Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Scorpio, we're doing release and receive this week. I'm going to keep using the Energy Oracle deck. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to start with the Energy Oracle deck, and then I'm going to use the El Key deck and the Wizard's Tarot. So basically the release is kind of like something that you need to stop doing. Stop doing this. Don't do it anymore. And then by, incorporating that, then the universe can bring something new into your life. Maybe it's a new habit. Maybe it's a new cycle. I don't know. But we're going to shuffle the cards and find out. Things have calmed down around here. They were crazy. And the Libra extended. Oh my God. It was nuts. Birds flew into the window. I couldn't understand why. I have a suction cup bird feeder there, but there's a big shrub in front of it. Like they land on the shrub and then they hop over. Like it wouldn't make sense for them to fly into that window. But then it was a big hawk. Well, it wasn't a big hawk. Now I'm turning, my fish story was this big, So big hawk came in, and it was a hawk. And that's why it was frightening the birds. And then Lily came in before the hawk came in, and she frightened me because I don't know how she snuck up on me. It was like, all this energy was just crazy. And then I realized Larry was outside, so I went, and then he was nuts in the house with the whole reading. Scorpio is a very different energy with your reading. I feel it. It's kind of like it's good. So let's see what the release is and the receive for Scorpio. Release and receive for Scorpio. My Scorpichinos. Man. Magician in the mirror. I was going to say man in the mirror. Not interesting. Because I'm not ready to actually take cards. I've been doing it this week where they fly out and then I just like something different about that. But I was going to say man in the mirror. Like that reminded me of that Michael Jackson song. So I kind of feel like there's a message there for you. Like go check out the lyrics. And it does have something about like seeing something in yourself, and that's the best way you can change the world is, through yourself. Change the world through changing yourself. God, could you imagine? Honestly, really. Like if everybody really looked at themselves in the mirror and tried to be the best person they could and carry that forward every day, that would be the most phenomenal change in the world. Okay. Your release, the thinking woman. You're going to stop thinking about some shit. You're not going to think about it anymore. Let your thoughts on... It might be stop thinking about something. I kind of feel that. Stop thinking about something. What's the receive? Wow, a storm. Oh, crap. A major change. Isn't that funny? It almost has this feeling like when you stop thinking about something, that happens. You stop like trying to have any effect on it, it happens. So you're releasing your thoughts about something. And the receive is a major change. Whether that's good or not. Appreciation, all tied up. Angel of love, wow. Angel of love, all tied up in appreciation. Angel is guiding you to something. You're being guided. And one of the nicest angels is the angel of love, is guiding you through something that you can't get through. And maybe there's something you spent a lot of time thinking about. It's something that you're trying to achieve, get to. It's not working. It's not happening. Like, you're just kind of stuck in it. So there's an angel there supporting you. This might, when the angel of love is there, it might have something to do with love. Love comes in so many different avenues, though, and fashions and forms. The universe itself is love. So appreciation, right? Well, this is really nice. This almost feels like the universe can appreciate, the angels can appreciate something that you're struggling with or working on too. So there might be something here where you're going to get some assistance to remove some sort of thinking that might be tying you down. There's a big change coming in on the horizon, though, I'll tell you that. All right, let's see what the Alki deck has to add to this. Release and receive. She who loved once, fragile, secret love, rejection. Wow. I want to say, I think if there's somebody that occupies your thoughts, right? Isn't that funny? I said the angel of love, like something to do with love. And this is like fragile, secret love, rejection. So the word fragile to me is sitting in like, this is almost like a weakness, right? Like a weakness that you have. If somebody was your weakness, not thinking about this anymore, releasing the thoughts about this. This could be someone that you harbored some sort of a secret love for, or that you had hidden feelings for. Or maybe you felt rejected. Oh my God, did Libra do you wrong? What? That's crazy. It might be. This is almost like maybe the other side of the story. That's so weird. All right, what's the storm warning? Don't know. Okay. You have she who aches, sadness, solitude, silent withdrawal. This is again, I'm here. Aren't you glad you came to this reading, huh? She came to Cindy's tarot reading. So you're gonna, I don't know. You know what? This almost feels like emotions, like purging a lot of emotions. You know, I will say that it might be good. It might be good because it's almost like you're not going to, maybe you're removing your thoughts about somebody. You're not going to think about them anymore. It just holds you back. But then in the same breath, it does feel like you need to release this emotionally, like you need to let it go. It's easy to say, I'm not going to think about that anymore. But then you need to purge the emotions that surround it. I like this because the bottom is love, hope, relationship. So it's kind of feeling like it feels like you need to stop thinking about something else or someone else. And when you stop thinking about that, yes, you are going to have to receive the logical outcome that follows really getting over something, which would be the emotional, just feeling your feels. So I want to say so that you can have hope for relationships. Interesting, isn't that? So it's almost to say too, like the angel of love is here to help you purge something that's holding you back. So I really like the underlying card that you have because it, you know, at first your receive doesn't look too great, but honestly, it's something that you need to do. And by doing it, it gives you hope for your future, I would say. Okay, so first I'm going to get a card, the energy that sits between these 2 points. Like, so you're not going to think about, and it might not be one person. It could just be relationships in general. All the ones that haven't worked out, where you've either felt rejected. This is, because the word fragile keeps coming up like it's a delicate spot for you. Secret love. Oh, the 6 of Wands. Well, this is a good thing to do because success, like having a victory here in your life. But you're going to have to sit in the storm. Be sad, withdraw, and silent, and confront like your emotions. Feel like really big emotions. And maybe when you stop thinking about it, you know, because you could be thinking about it, and when you're thinking about it, you're trying to rationalize it. So when you no longer think about it, like you're releasing that, the emotions can come forward because they're not trying to be rationalized. that's interesting. The King of Pentacles is at the bottom. Oh no, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the person, the King of Pentacles. It could be. Maybe it's an earth sign. All right, so we have the Seven of Cups, the Death card, and the Nine of Pentacles for the release here. I'm going to be honest. It does feel like, the part that I don't understand is the secret love. Because this feels like, because the Nine of Pentacles comes in at the other end of this, like at the far end of the last card, it feels as though, right, like no longer being connected to somebody, because now it's a singular energy. But that doesn't really, I mean, if you were in a relationship with someone, I think it would be known if you love them, no? Well, hopefully. But, well, you never know. Well, I'm going to say, because you have the Seven of Cups. You have the Seven of Cups, so honestly, there is some sort of confusion here. You never knew. You didn't know. You don't know. And the Death card, you just kind of end on that. You just don't know. I really feel like this and Libra are tied in together. Isn't that weird? You might want to go watch it if this resonates, because this feels like it is two sides of the story. Theirs is one and yours is the other. And this is here not going to think about someone that you had feelings for, but honestly, because it's secret or you might have felt rejected, you're confused. There's confusion and an ending. And in that ending, like, right, look at these two are dancing together. They're dancing together. And then this person is on their own. Maybe, okay, so this could have been someone. Now, this came up like that in Libra too. I'm sorry to reference it, but honest to God, it is like the other side of the page here. Or you're the other side of the page, because I've already done that one. It could be like someone that you started seeing, somebody that you, yeah, maybe you met them at dance. Like maybe you did meet them at some kind of couples dance or just dancing. You could have met them at somebody else's wedding or celebration. It almost feels like this person hit you hard though, because of that fragile. Like this hurts like nothing's hurt before. And maybe you didn't want to face those feelings because, like, you've been thinking, you think about it more than anything. Well, now you're going to feel it. Sorry. You're Scorpio. You're a water sign. You can do it. Okay, so, well, the cards that came out here, Judgment, Seven of Wands, and Justice. I really do feel like elevating yourself and kind of, I will say maybe being defensive, which makes sense because this is vulnerable energy for one thing. I mean, when somebody's in this kind of emotional state, you're not gonna put yourself out there for a lot of different people because you're vulnerable and you don't want to show that to everyone, right? But justice is, honestly, this feels like the best thing for you. God, right? And I said Libra, there's their card. You're both here. The Death card, you, and Justice card. If it doesn't have to do with a Libra, it does have something to do with the 7th house. If it's not the 7th house, it's somebody's placement in the 7th house or Venus energy or something. Because these two are uncannily connected. I will say this, the Angel of Love is going to move you from a state of feeling trapped and confined to feeling like appreciated and seen. There you go. There's that. All right, what do you think so much about? What do you think so much about? I love this. I can be so nosy. The Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, this is like which feels like a long-term, a lot of investment that went into something to build here and to work together on. The investment of that, the time it took, all the practical steps that went into it. Now, I'm going to ask a couple different things with the they who loved ones, the fragile, secret love, and rejection. So why does this feel so fragile? The Page of Wands. Oh, I immediately want to say that you may have said things to this person that you've never said to anybody else. Something here about communication, or maybe the communication itself was just like fragile, wasn't very good. Could be a little bit of both of those there. Okay, why do you feel rejected? Ooh. The Four of Cups and the Devil. Oof, there's some nasty energy there. Now, the Four of Cups is missing opportunities here, and you're missing them because of the Devil. So it kind of feels like you could have been invested in things that at one point felt good to invest in, seemed like the right thing to do, but down the road and then to the point of this energy, it doesn't feel like a good investment. It feels like it's something now that's toxic, and it holds you back. And it actually, well, it would probably be the reason why. Like you missed an opportunity. Or you could feel like you weren't, I want to say too, the Four of Cups, why you feel rejected. Something went down here, something happened where you don't feel like maybe your communication or your offer was noticed or seen for what it was if you were trying to offer a higher cup. And that, I feel like, triggers something in you, which is connecting me to the fragile again. Like some kind of like hidden wound that can kind of control you. Because rejection is a very powerful emotion to work through. And honestly, it on the surface and initially, like going through life in rejection, it can hurt. Like it makes you think, well, something's wrong with me. What's wrong with me? Where, you know, over time to work through that, you realize it's not you. It's there's a lot of ways. Kind of reminded me a bit of the Leo reading, like some of the stuff that happens to us as we go from being very young children and aging and coming to terms with the parts of ourselves and refinding them again after they've been kind of stifled over the years from, you know, people rejecting personality traits in us and things like that. So there is something there about that. It's interesting. Okay, so then you have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups. Wow, the Death card again and the Four of Pentacles. Well, there's some sort of ending here and there was never a rebirth. Was never rebirthed. The Death card. The Queen of Pentacles, interesting, right? The King of Pentacles is on the bottom here. But it's odd, this secret love thing. I didn't ask about that, did I? Because I said, like, well, would it be? It could be a partnership. Somebody here didn't express themselves in it with the secret love. Why is the secret love? Why is that? Oh, the Two of Wands. It just feels like holding yourself back and not taking action on something. maybe not, maybe spending a little too much time dreaming about the future of a relationship as opposed to building on it. Now though, but now I see it like the thinking woman, and you're releasing all these thoughts of the Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. It does feel a little bit like getting to the train station a little late. Somebody did. So the Nine of Pentacles now becomes the card that we see here, the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. I'm going to say for some of you, okay, this is how I see this now. I think for some of you, this is a relationship that I think you do want to end. Because this Nine of Pentacles seems to be an energy where you feel pretty good. You have the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning. You've got some things to build on here. The Page of Pentacles, you may not know where you're going or how to do it, but you know what? You'll figure it out. You'll learn. And then you have the Nine of Cups. So this is, well, I'll get there in a second. This is definitely like chasing your own dreams, formulating your own dreams and hopes here. For some of you, I don't know even how long ago this relationship was. Right? I'm not getting a timeline here. So this could be something from a long time ago. This could be something more recently. But what's also interesting is the Nine of Cups, both the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups symbolize sovereignty. Well, kind of they all do. You can be locked in your own mind too with the Nine of Swords, right? Your own mental sovereignty. But the Nine of Cups is your emotional sovereignty. So this is, you know, finding happiness and finding it from a place that is authentically just yours, right? Like, you're not really looking for anyone else to make you happy, and you're not looking for anyone who needs you to make them happy. So it's a very good place to come from. And if two people can meet in this point, it can produce like a lot of wonderful energy. It's not to say, you know, you shouldn't make more happiness with other people. You can, and we should, but right, there's a point that you got to work through to get to that, and it looks like the energy you're about to receive. And it says, I want to say there could be some crying, definitely like feeling just withdrawing, protecting yourself at the beginning point of a new beginning here. Was it Six of Wands? So that's your victory that's sitting here. You're gonna cry about your victory. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, no broken relationship is, well, really. I want to say, if we want to build on relationships, even if you at some point you realize that this is toxic, this is not how I can move forward. There's just things in there that you know are not for your higher good. It's still sad. And I think too, like, regardless of whether the person that has left the relationship or the person that's been left in the relationship, I feel like both really, if relationships are valued, would feel sad about it. I think anybody who leaves a relationship, maybe this is just my judgment, so I'm just going to put it out there. You can throttle me in the comments if you want to. I'll take it on this one. But just my own opinion in terms of the value in relationships. If somebody leaves a relationship and they immediately go out and they start partying and they're having a good time, and I don't think that person was ever really invested in relationships. I don't think they ever would be. And maybe that's okay. Like, maybe that's just who they are. But because I am seeing something here where it looks like, to me, like this is an opportunity here. Like this Nine of Pentacles, this is kind of going after your dreams and your hopes, but your emotional sovereignty. And the Devil is coming up with the Four of Cups. Almost feels like, too, it wouldn't matter how much. And maybe with secret love, it's like somebody never like saw the love that you were trying to put into something. Yes, that's my 2 cents. Because I really do feel, I feel like that. Like, regardless if you're the person who's left a relationship or you're the person who's been left. If you're the person who's been left and the person who left you is out having a good time, and I mean like dating right away, they could be masking pain. That's possible too. And they could just be rebounding. But I don't know how important relationships are in general to them coming from that. And it's kind of funny I say that because it feels like something very Scorpionic. Scorpio feels like very much till death do us part. And I'm an Aries, so you'd be like, what? Right? Like, it's just, you know. So, okay, so 6 of Wands, you have the 5 of Swords and the Page of Cups. It honestly is, there's no winners here with the 5 of Swords. And I would say that too, with the cards that I see here. There are no winners. Really, there aren't. And the Page of Cups, though, is hope for the future. So it was very interesting. These have gotten fascinatingly deep with the Energy Oracle deck. And not that they weren't with the Archetype deck, which I started these readings off with, but I was apprehensive to use the Energy Oracle deck because I thought, I don't think I'll get the same sort of depths, but we are, aren't we? So, funny how that can happen. The Storm. You got 2 friggin' tornadoes. Oh. Just be careful if you're in tornado land. Pay attention. Because it was your reading where I got that. The tornado warnings were coming in. And then it was like the next day there were all these crazy tornadoes. I'm not really getting that, but just be cautious. Because you do have 2 tornadoes in the receive. But I feel like this is emotional. This is emotional. This is an emotional tornado. The Page of Swords. I'm not sure what that is. You're watching the tornado. Oh, that's really interesting. This almost had the feeling of almost like, kind of like an emotional purge to the point where you're almost witnessing yourself from outside of yourself. And that almost seems to feel like it becomes a point of like self-recognition. She who aches, sadness, they who ache, sadness, assignment, and withdrawal. Wow, the 7 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. That's, oh no, okay, there's a card there. 7 of Cups, 3 of Wands, 2 of Swords. So, you don't know what tomorrow brings. I'm going to tell you, going into that cycle, you don't know what tomorrow brings. You manifest in the unknown. You may even find yourself a little bit indecisive. But that makes a lot of sense with like all this emotional energy that I see over here. So I think the 7 of Wands, I think that is really good. You have the Judgment card and you're protecting yourself. And Justice. That's also finding balance. Wow, it's interesting that Justice card is, the seat is empty. That has a weird feeling to me, almost like something is completed. So someone has stepped away. And you know, it's really been interesting because this card, almost throughout the pandemic, it always felt like, well, where is justice? Why is no one sitting in the seat? Why has no one shown up? But this has a very different feeling right now. It's almost like, well, the work is done, so somebody's come out of the seat, right, and left. That's odd how that changed. Oh, the birds have come back. The chickadees, they're so brave. But they talk to each other too. They know what's going on. They know if a hawk's in the area. I'm just talking about from the beginning because the birds just disappeared, right? Because the hawk came right into the yard. All right, so Judgment. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. This is a whole new cycle. It is a whole new cycle. Probably going to be a better cycle than where you've been. I mean, that's often the indicator of the Wheel of Fortune. The 7 of Wands, though, there's a sense of protecting yourself. The 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. I want to say, well, that's interesting. Well, now that might be the victory you have, is if you've been trying to protect yourself through something, right? Because the victory is in the middle. And then you have the victory here with the 10 of Pentacles. So it could be some achievement. You know, if this is a relationship, maybe you won the house, maybe you won the business, maybe you won the pension plan. I don't know, but something here, there's a victory. That has to do with monetary. Justice. I gotta say, I think chickadees are one of my favorites. So cute. I know, I'm totally distracted. I'm like a little kid. Okay, I need a second here just to look at him. He's so cute. Okay, so justice. The Two of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. See, I'm telling you, definitely, yes. The Two of Pentacles, it almost is like there's balance. There's perhaps monetary balance or some sort of physical balance, but the emotional part. Oh, and then you have the Four of Wands at the bottom. Well, that's interesting, but that's kind of the hope. Fascinating. I'm going to go to your extended, Scorpio. I hope no hawks come in that one. In the extended, I'm going to look at what motivates you at this time. What are you most anxious about? And then we're going to look at different types of advice and possible outcomes for you. So thank you so much, Scorpio. You know, I'm just going to say, because I have a Taurus moon, so if you got that kind of energy coming up, you make sure your address is updated in DoorDash. You know, just food come to the house. Make sure you've got your best sweets, and if, you know, you're okay to drink, you know, your best drinks. And your best friend nearby. So thank you so much, Scorpio. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.